Hi, everyone. Hello. How is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday so far. I've had a pretty good day so far. I have not been able to watch anybody yet today. I always I always try. This is one of my very favorite events. It's always a great um, it's always a great experience to listen to what everybody has to say on the Christ and Crafting events. So, I'm sorry I missed the two before me, but I will definitely be going back and checking out those replays. And I hope if you guys miss anybody, that you do the same. My name is Michelle with My Chevelle Creations. Hey, Lisa, thank you. Um, Lisa will be wrapping us up later tonight. It's going to be a great day of crafting. So I know that a lot of people start out on this event, hey, Linda, by reading something. Now, I've never done that. I've never done that because even if I don't feel it inside, my voice always shakes. Like public speaking and that kind of thing is so hard for me. So I don't like to do it because it always sounds like I'm getting ready to cry. So I do have something though that I'm going to share today. And this is not, this is from a devotional, not not like a verse necessarily. Hey, Debbie. Hey. So I hope that you guys join me. I have this book here. It's called Pathway to Presence, A Trek to Intimacy with God. And if you'll notice, this name right here is Jesse Allen. My name's Michelle Allen. And this is my handsome nephew right there. So, hi, Capri. So he's written several books for his young age. I think I want to say he's like 30, 31. He's just been a huge influence and a teacher for me. So I'm going to read a small bit out of his devotional, just to give you guys a little taste. Okay. So the name of this chapter is called The Heart of the Father. And he talks about how he spent his life growing up in church and he thought he knew God. And then he heard God say to him, Jesse, let me put your perspective right. What you think you know, you do not. You don't rightly know me, and therefore you do not rightly see yourself. And he talks about how he was taken aback by that. And I thought if I just studied more, then I could apply his principles and values to my life. The way he leads, I can lead. It was like I was reading the greatest leadership guide ever written, but the problem was I was doing it in my own strength and by my own effort. Hi, Lisa. Where's the other? Okay. So then he goes on to say, it's a long chapter. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Sorry, I lost my spot. I learned that it is not until we discover the heart of the Father and see through his perspective that we can fully and rightly see ourselves. He goes on a little bit longer, and he says, it didn't stop there. I realized quickly that the way I felt about others dramatically changed. The judgment I projected upon people for their mishaps dissipated. Relating to people based on their good or bad attitudes wilted away. The way I was repelled by certain personalities ceased. All of a sudden, I began to feel love for those I previously felt anger toward. Those I harshly judged, I finally began to feel a tender mercy. Those I was disgusted by, I began to be awestruck over. What happened was I began to see others the way I saw myself through the lens of the Father. I didn't try to do this. I didn't try to become better in my thinking, more loving in my actions. The perspective of the Father literally changed me. I started to feel what he felt, see how he saw, and think how he was thinking. If you agree to go on this journey of discovering his heart, everything will change. And then the question at the end of the chapter, hi guys, is how does God see me? And this is one of the first books of his. If you're just joining, I was just reading a part of a devotional. And this devotional is actually written by my nephew, Jesse Allen. And he is young, but he is wise. And he has dedicated to his life to discipleship and teaching other people how to be disciples. So it's a great book. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget about how God feels about us. Let's see. There was one thing I wanted to. The Lord spoke to me and said, "You are trying to study what I am like. I want you to know what I feel." "What you feel?" I asked. I thought, okay, I will study how he feels then. "No, I don't want you to study what I feel. I want you to feel what I feel. I want you to see as I see. I want you to love how I love. I do not want you to study about me, adding concepts to your life to become like me. I want you to walk with me. I will change you. I will transform you. Then you won't have to try to feel what I feel and see what I see or love how I love. You just will." So this is a couple years old too. So he was actually probably in his 20s when he wrote this. Such a good book. And I've learned so much from him. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Woo, how's everybody doing? And if you're just joining, hey, Ada, I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, Alex, Nyla, Jennifer. I am not, I don't like speaking in public. So even just reading something like that is hard for me to do. So I am going to switch the view here. Okay. So what I've done here, I'm just going to do a spread in my art journal. And I got a few printables here, and I printed them on rice paper. I love this. It was a spring printable. And I recently saw somebody do a journal spread where they started it, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but I've torn these pages. So you do it all across one, and then you fill in the other side on the others. So we're going to try it. We're going to give it a try. Thank you, Nyla. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut this out. I love the symbolism of the lamb. And of course, Easter season. If anybody has any interest in that book, you can message me, or you can just search it on Amazon. Jesse Allen. It's a great book. It's a book that he's very vulnerable in. Okay. Hey, Lori. Hi, Sarah. Hi, guys. Thanks so much. You know, these colors match really well, so I think I'm going to lay some of this down first. I got that butterfly's wing. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Lisa knows because I've sent her so many different things with my nephew, or I've talked to her personally aside with my nephew and my brothers-in-law, how much they've helped me grow and how much they've impacted my life and my journey and my walk with God. So I am just going to start putting down some background here. Let me grab some book pages. Nothing beats a good neutral book page background, in my opinion. I'm just grabbing a few things. Oh, this is nice too. Hey Kim. Hey Cheryl. Hey girl, hey. I have been writing my daily verses. Cheryl posted a I don't know if it's actually like a plan necessarily, but it is a you write the scripture every day according to this, and it's been good. Well, I can't say I've done it every day because I haven't done it today. On Sundays, I try to plan my week. Do you guys do that on Sundays? That's usually when I freak out because I've forgotten something. So yeah, I try to plan. Hi, Angela. Hey, girl. Thanks for hopping on. I'm going to go ahead and go over the top of these. If you guys missed it, I tore these next 3 pages because I seen someone do it, and she probably had a plan. It's someone I follow. Oh, I can't remember. The name of her page, I think, might just be Art Journal. But I want to say she cut it afterwards. So I'm going to put the lamb on here, but first I'm just going to lay down some background. I suppose I could have had this done. I knew I wanted to read something from that book. He's, like I said in the beginning, he's written several books, but that book, and it's probably the stage at which I read it, that book has impacted me the most as far as like a devotional. I am just kind of being willy-nilly here. Are you talking, Lisa? Are you asking Cheryl that? I think you're talking to Cheryl, maybe. This is just a nice neutral print. This is one of those pieces that I have saved for a while, and that's ridiculous, right? Yeah, okay. You don't want to study with me. You don't want to study with me, girl. How many of you guys art journal? I find that sometimes as a presenter, you end up doing a lot of planned, like events and different things. And sometimes it's fun just to kind of be able to play and freely create. And just, I brought out a bunch of my art supplies that I don't use very often. So I was like, you know what? we're just going to play. We're going to play around today. Should I put this down a little bit more? Let me move this over a bit too. Oh, nope. Wrong way. There we go. Ah, in the Crafty Bunch. If you're not looking at your screen, Lisa, she's going to do it today at 4 in the Crafty Bunch. She's combining. She's efficient. She's very efficient. That Cheryl. No matter what anybody else says. No. Okay. I think this will be the last piece I put on here, and then we will play. I think the rest of it will get filled in as we do this. Except for this little bit right here, what I need to cover up this glue. There we go. Okay. There he is. So I should have changed the orientation so that his body was going that way instead of this way. But you know what? We're going to play and figure it out. I am going to kind of loosely fussy cut. Not, you know. I should have looked up the name of that girl that did a spread like this before coming on. I think it's just Art Journal. I don't know. Art Journaling, maybe? Along those lines. Oh, Angela. Yes, I know. And you know, like most of us, and I know you too, Angela, like you change, you do different art. Like, you know, I was a furniture painter and mixed media, and then, you know, went into paper and pretty much have stayed in paper for the longest. But I have I'm going to say the word literal. I have a literal gazillion supplies. Okay. Gazillion. Pretty sure that's a number. A lot of times I would kind of do the reverse decoupage thing where you paint the back white, but I didn't want to do that this time. I want it to show through. Hi, Grace. Girl, sorry I missed you this morning. Grace picked this off today. If you missed her like I did, go back and watch the replay. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it on here to bring the color from behind our little lamb here over here. This is the kind of clay that you don't have to worry about the outcome. Do not worry about the outcome. If you do not have yourself one of these, this is a mixed media pad. I have other ones that are watercolor paper. I do like the smooth finish. I think the finish is called, I want to say Bristol paper. Is that right? But I like it smooth, not bumpy. I think you're right, Cheryl. I think you are exactly right. Oh my gosh. And as I am
discovering, Angela's in the group with me. I think I do things, I self-sabotage. I do a little self-sabotaging sometimes. And I think sometimes buying a bunch of art supplies, instead of propelling me forward, keeps me stuck. So I have instituted, and I told my husband too. I told him, no spend April. He just looks at me like, you do you. Don't be speaking for me. No. But yeah, I am trying to really assess the want versus need. You know, do I need it or do I just want it? I have a, you know, my big shot, my Sissix machine. I don't have one of those things that helps get all of the little pieces out, that little rolly thing. And I was like, I need one of those. And I went to buy it, and they're not expensive, you know. And I was like, okay, now I've gone this long without one. Do I really need it? No. So I've got, you know, I added it to my list in Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and bust out some toys here because I want to. Linda, yeah. Yes, Lisa, I did. I was saying that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an X-Acto knife. I'm pretty sure I only saw the video. It was like a reel, and I saw it in passing. I probably should have watched it again and also got her name for you guys. But I'm pretty sure that's what she did. It was going pretty fast. And like I said, just watched it the one time. Sometimes I think your brain fills in, you know, kind of fills in things for you. Thanks, Capri. Thanks, Capri. You trying to sabotage my no spend November or my no spend April, whatever month it is? Yes, it's on my list. I definitely will be getting one. But okay, so this is how I thought about it. And I was telling my husband, when you just, you know, get it because you want it. Hey, Heidi. Hi, Lori. You don't prioritize the things you want. You know what I mean? If you see it and you get it. So I'm kind of thinking maybe by the end of April, I will have added these things to the list, and I then can look at and prioritize what I want the most of those things. You know what I mean? Like we're so instant gratification. I am for sure that, oh gosh, I'm guilty of that. But I don't give myself the opportunity to have a big desire for something. You know what I mean? Except for huge things, of course. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we can't, Linda? I'm going to take his little antennae here and make them come up here just for fun. Because, again, this is just all about play. I'm even going to extend his body a little bit. I do this kind of thing a lot in my projects on decoupage paper, not to this extreme, but definitely kind of, I don't know, enhancing it. I like to. adding in the highlights and different stuff. Like any kind of animal or person, I always put the white dots in the eye because it seems like that gets lost a lot. I'm sure it's in the original piece of art, but it seems like in decoupage papers it gets lost. So I always add that back in. It just makes your piece pop a little bit more, I think. And these gel pens, you can blend them if you do it right away. I don't know if you guys can see those differences or not. Oh, you guys, okay, so Art House Whimsy is this, all of these printouts are Art House Whimsy. And this is all in the same set. And if you sign up for her newsletter, this was free. All of this was free. She has an Etsy store, but in the description, it'll tell you where to go to get her free stuff. So yeah, this was free. Okay, let's keep going here. I want something that goes across a little bit more so that when we cut the page, I suppose I should have thought of that, huh? You know what? We have a full hour. So like I am in rush mode and I can probably slow my roll and chill out a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm not sure, but I'm kind of thinking this is a landscape that I'm going to put this over here. And then when I open it, I'll be able to put that other tree on the other side of the flip out. We'll see. So yeah, be sure you check her out, Art House Whimsy. I've purchased some of her items, and I really like them. I think I actually purchased some items that I ended up getting for free. It could have got for free. I wasted some of my pieces over here by putting them down before that's okay. I told myself, this has happened to me, I think, every time. I told myself, grab another thing of glue stick before you hit that live button. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to extend his body a little bit here. And, you know, I have no plan whatsoever. This is just acrylic Liquitex white. I'm kind of wanting, I wouldn't say that this is my regular style, And that's, you know, another thing about art journals that is, you know, you can test it out, try it out. You're not committed to a whole, you know, big project or anything. Kind of. And then I think I'm going to do the same thing down here with his half of his body as I did with that butterfly, and just make it kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. I've got so many cords I can't tell if my... Yep, it's plugged in. Oh, really? I mean, that is the name. But, I mean, that's the title, but not the description. Yeah. It's there if you click on, it's there if you click on overview. Okay. I'm gonna kind of... Oh, hey, I'm sitting there doing that with that. I got out my crayons. Which I believe you can tell I don't use very often. There's kind of a... Try and make you more the same color. If you guys don't, these gelato type things, I have some Faber-Castells, but they are glittery. They're shimmery, and I didn't necessarily want shimmer. So an artist I follow, oh my gosh, how come I can't think of her name? Because I'm live. I mentioned Karen Campbell. I'm like, I mention her all the time. She recommended these as a less expensive alternative, and the name of them is King Art, and I got them on Amazon. If anybody, I mean, and I got way more than I have of the Faber-Castell ones, for sure, for probably half the cost. Just gonna go a little over this in white. But if you don't know what gelatos do, they are water soluble. You can use like a water pen or a spray bottle and a paintbrush. I usually just use my finger. But they're really good for creating shadow, you know, background blending. Callie! Oh, Callie, I was saying this is free, girl. This is a free printable. I know how you love lambs. Art House Whimsy. Why don't I leave the color of pink that I'm using out? Why do I keep putting it away? Because I don't have quite enough gel pens. There it is. I mean, this is definitely something different. I feel like I'm trying to be brave here in trying this look here. Because that's so dark, I'm gonna switch to Posca. Yes, yeah. I mean, I feel like they work really well. I mean, I was gonna say I'm not creating masterpieces, but hey. I'm trying not to sell myself short too. And you guys shouldn't either. I know this looks kind of crazy, but I have something in mind here. I think I am gonna go ahead and go over here. Aww, Callie, you are my hype girl for life. Where some of that waxiness is over here. See, I feel like you guys can't even see the whole thing, can you? I feel like even though I'm just scribbling, it's kind of coming together, right? I mean, is that just me? So with the white that I usually add on anything that has eyes, if you go around the white with the black, it makes it pop even more. And sometimes I will do the nostrils, in between the lips, the pupils. There are certain places that are just darker naturally. And sometimes I think when you darken those up on like a decoupage paper or a printable, it just can make a big difference as far as making it stand out. Like I think it makes your piece stand out even more so than somebody else's. Well, you know what I mean. Or than like another person that's not maybe doing that technique. Oh, I always say don't ever do that. Don't ever do that on your piece. Or sure as I do, I'll have a big book. What time is it? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm rushing. I just don't like, I went kind of out of the line here, which, we're not going for perfection. But when you make a mistake like that, I'm just giving you guys tips and tips and tips today. I'm sorry. If you make a mistake, instead of trying to correct it with a solid line like this, if you just do dots, it looks way more natural. It looks way more like it was never there than like a full straight line. Ooh, the labels are so fun. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. What did I do with the black? Oh, there it is. You'll have a good time with those. So this right here says there's power in the blood. This is from a hymnal. And that was pure accident. I was going to show you guys. I'll show you in our membership group. We did clusters on labels, and then when you go to use it in a journal, like this is one of the labels. So you have this kind of ready-made. This is another one of the labels. You kind of have this ready-made thing, and you just pill and stick. Fun, fun, fun. Actually want to watch your video. Oh, yeah. Lisa, I know. When I was printing this stuff off, I was wondering to myself, I think I will. I actually do think I will. We've got 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and use a knife and cut the papers here. If I can find them. Okay, so let's see. And I tore the paper. Oh yeah, that's working pretty good. I tore the paper so it's not like it's a straight line or anything. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys try new things and don't worry about, the dreaded P word, perfection. I'm going to try and get this little bit of, it wasn't glued down, this little piece right here. But I kind of want it to be over here where it's supposed to be. It's so tiny. It's so tiny, it probably doesn't make a bit of difference. Okay. So now, like, this is like a whole nother spread. This is kind of fun, you guys. My hair is is like stuck in the glue. Doing it right? Yeah. Be careful with your knife, especially if you have a pink handled knife like this one, and also have a pink highlighter, because I can tell you from experience that when you go to jab the lid back on your highlighter and it's actually your X-Acto knife, it's no good. It's no bueno. It's no bueno, friends. Okay. Oh, so this I can put right here. No, Kim, it was a Tuesday, so it was just a live. It was not a Zoom. If you look at the March calendar, I think it might be on there. It was like the last Tuesday in March. If you guys are interested at all in the paper pack, and the membership group. Cheryl is going to be opening one of my paper packs again. She did one in January. She's going to be doing it again in April on the 19th on a Saturday. Keep your eyes open for that. Jibba jabba. Jibba jabba journal. I can see how I could get like going back and forth between. I've already gotten sidetracked doing this page, you know? I think it's super easy to do. But where I saw it, the girl did like a quote, and she started it on the main page, and then like it made sense all by itself there, but then she continued it on. Like where each page could be standalone. That's what I'm trying to say. I like to give credit where credit is due to other artists, so I will go and find that. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's so fun. Heidi is going to be doing it again too. Okay. Guys, this is fun. We got boop, boop. Okay, I'm thinking of doing the 3 crosses. I do want to do it right over his head. Was that Lisa that mentioned that? Or yeah. Yeah, Lisa. I do think that right here is the best place. I think it would get lost over here. I mean, the only other place I could see would be like right here. Who thinks I should do it on the side, and who thinks I should do it in the middle over his head? I don't want to cover up There's Power in the Blood. I like it that. Yay! I think I'm also gonna do. You think up top? Oh, I picked up the wrong bag of Poscas, y'all. There's a. I should be ashamed of myself. Overhead. Okay, everybody says that. Smaller piece. Oh, so. Okay. Ooh, girl. I think sometimes the perspective of watching it on the screen is almost better. Sometimes if I'm stuck, I take a picture of what I'm working on and I can just see it better through the lens. I'm just going to go for it. I mean, this is not meant to be, okay, let's see. This stops right there. I'm kind of thinking I'll do one on this page and this page. Oh, dang it. I didn't mean to. I wanted them. I didn't want them all to be the same size. Okay. So I'm doing basically the same thing I did with the butterfly and the lamb, but not with like neon colors. Yes, I think that is, I mean, I don't even know that it has to be the same. I like how this is, okay, if I were a magnificent artist, like you could totally do, if you were good at that sort of thing, like Jesus's face here. You know what I mean? Are you picking up what I'm throwing down with the lamb? So because the initial thing is the paint pen, I can put water and everything else over the top of that. It's not going to move, but these crayons will move. And that's kind of fun, you know? It's kind of nice. Oh, I dropped my crayon. I'm just picking up a little bit of water to kind of help me along here a little bit. Right? Oh, they're fun. They're fun, Lydia. I think you'll like them. They're a great thing to have for your journal, you know? I mean, if you do canvases or something like that, they're great for that too. Any kind of mixed media. I'm going to kind of go with this dark brown right here. Gosh, what is that? It's a contemporary Christian song about how he can relate to the guy on either side. Oh my gosh, my husband always belts that song out really loud. So yeah, there's a little bit of like not over the top. Sometimes I would go too far. And yeah, Capri, definitely try it. Definitely try it. Because I go too far a lot, and I withheld from doing like gold metallic. I can always add it later, right? I want a little bit, because as I'm looking at it through the camera, like I feel like some of this got lost a little bit. So I want that to be just a little bit more defined. Okay, so now right here, if we flip this, one thing that I have done, and there are lots of different thoughts on this, but especially when I was more of a canvas artist. I did the Woman in the Whale, which is, ugh, that one gets me every time. Gets me every time. If you like, if you take Canva or you take an image and you print it off, and then you take the tracing paper and some graphite paper, then you at least get the scale, the relationship, and the angles and all of that kind of stuff. And then you can go in and do the details. I personally don't feel like that's cheating. I think it's fine. I'm still doing most of the work. But, some people have feelings about that. But I can see how, I can see like a row, oh my gosh, how this comes out right here, for this section, like just hands out, robe, ascension, lots of possibilities to explore. I've only got 5 minutes. I won't be exploring lots of possibilities in 5 minutes, but I really hope you guys try this. If you do try it and you post it and you want to tag me, I would love to see it. I would love, love, love to see it. I'm just kind of looking right now to see. We're awful blank over here, but right here is where a verse would be, like words. I think words right here. And then I might try to do something here, like we talked about. And then here, I think, another image of the lamb, maybe. There's lots you could do. I see these trees and I think of I think of John, the wilderness, like, kind of, but anywho. Let's see. And since these all, this is the side, to do words over here, you would have to be very strategic. Very strategic. Oh, the tomb. You guys are insane. Oh, I like that, Ada. I like that. And this you could put, why are you looking for the living? I never like to say the full thing in case I don't get it all completely right, but I know you guys wouldn't judge me anyway. The garden. The Garden of Gethsemane is that's one of my favorite hymns. And the story, all of that, the story, those verses. Oh, my heart. My heart. We have these flowers too. Okay, so who said... I did. Oh my gosh. I'll have to post. Mine is just hands pouring out water. It's not an actual picture of the woman in the well. It is how I see things. You guys, Nyla is up after me. Okay, so refresh your pages. She's in the Crafty Bunch. She usually reads a verse, so you're not going to want to miss that. The excerpt I read today was from this book, Pathway to Presence, A Trek to Intimacy with God, I highly recommend it. It's a great book by my really smart, handsome nephew, Jesse, Jesse Allen. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys spending time with me. Thank you guys so much. And your ideas were all amazing. Yes, I think you do have to go with your gut. You have to go with your gut. When I don't, it rarely leads me wrong, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, you guys, Nyla's next, Texas Treasure Chest. If you try this, definitely tag me. You don't have to tag me in the, in the description, just in the comments. I'd love to see it. And I will get the name of the artist and put it in here too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. Yeah, it's super cute. I think maybe a little more shading on his bum. Yay! Oh, not at all, Lisa, not at all. I love suggestions. I love them. All right, you guys, thanks again. Thanks so much. I will see you next time. Refresh your page for Nyla. Love you guys.